Well, welcome back to the Timeline Ranch. It's a beautiful morning. I'll show you what I'm up to today. So here we are at the future playground for the kids and the topsoil pile, which is going to be the playground for a little while. This morning I took a little bit of roofing membrane, I've got rolls of it, and made a back wall in here. He's been egging me about getting this done already this morning. I told him yesterday I'd finish it today. Nothing fancy, just put some fasteners that were left over from solar panels on there, zipped it into it. So this will be the back of it, the piece that has the roofing membrane on it. I'm going to dig a little cavity right here and put it in there with that roofing membrane towards the back. Pitch it just a little bit of fall going forward, about 1/8 inch per foot, and then backfill over the top of it. So once that little playhouse, underground playhouse, is buried, the piece of 36 inch that he's in right now will be part of the slide. This angle right here is about a 45. If you saw the other video, we put this little bitty playground slide up there, and it seemed to be about the right angle. So we're going to put the bottom portion, which will be the 36 inch here, spot fill around it a little bit, let him go down it a couple times to make sure everything's good, and then I'll backfill it pretty good so it can't move. We'll measure into that up maybe 2 feet higher than where you see it peeking out right there right now, and put a piece of 24 inch that'll drop into the 36, and that will be the slide. This other little one here, I may put some stakes in and just kind of have it to the side where the little one could use it there. That'll be the playground. I may make a little ladder out of some old 2x4s I have on the other side, because it's pretty steep to get up that. Once that's done, which I don't think that'll take but a couple hours, we're going to be over here. Let's go over there real quick. Right here on the side of the pond where I built these little retention walls, I'm going to backfill behind them with some of the spoils that are down there that I pulled off that rock ledge that's underground, the natural rock ledge. I'll backfill around that one back there and this one, and then put a little bit of topsoil in there so the grass can grow in later. That's not going to take too long, maybe an hour. Then I'll be pulling the spoils that were from a few months ago when the excavator had the mechanical issues with the hydraulic pump. I should be able to get all this out of the pond today. I wouldn't see why I couldn't do that. And then if I have some time, I'll start pulling some more of that material I can get out with the frost ripper and the 48 inch bucket. Once I dig it back to where I'm hitting rock that I can't get through with that frost ripper, I'm going to use that jackhammer over there. Let's go look at the jackhammer real quick. So this is the jackhammer we'll be using today, I'm sure. If not today, tomorrow. It's a 500 foot-pound jackhammer. Pretty effective. This is a 3 inch diameter bit that it takes. It really hasn't been used that much. About probably 30 hours is all I have on it. I used it on the road where it was solid rock and I couldn't get through it, to smooth it out where I wouldn't tear my tires up. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. Nice and calm, hardly any wind at all. Couldn't ask for a nicer start to the day. Well, let's get started on the playground, get that over with so I can start making some progress on the pond. maybe too much slope on it. I'm gonna take it down just a tiny bit, and then we'll set it in there and put a level in it and see how it is. I want about an 1/8 inch fall, you know, going out of it, just to make sure it doesn't have water get trapped in there. Grab a level and see how we're looking. Just by eyeball it looks alright. I'm going to push it all the way up against that bank back there, and I'll just pile a little bit of dirt on it. It'll stay nice and cool, you know, during the summer months, and should be out of the wind for the most part during the cold ones. Well, I checked it with the level. It's got about a 4% pitch on it. I wanted about a 1%. I'm going to pull it back out and take just a little bit out of the back and set it back in there. Let me go get a shovel and pull that little bit of soil that's in the end there, and that one's done. Then it's onto the slide. Wish I had a cool little hiding place like that when I was a kid. I'm sure they'll spend some quality time in there playing cards and whatever else. Well, she was smiling, that's a good sign. I think it needs to be steeper.
Look what? Good.
Steeper?
Yeah, one faster.
You want to go faster? Okay, that could be fixed.
That's how?
Go down it one more time and then I'm going to fix it.
Okay.
That's good use of scrap pipe right there. We're going to have to put some sand at the bottom, buddy,
Okay.
if you're going to go head first.
Done, little stretch.
Well, you slid into a pile of rocks. Oh. Yeah, you knew that was going to happen. Live and learn. You're okay. You're okay. Out of the way.
That's okay.
You like it like that?
Yes. What's 52 inch? How many inches are that pipe there?
think I'm gonna call it a day at this point. Got right at an hour before dark. I need to grease the machine, blow out the air filter, check all the fluids. You know, everyday thing after using the machine. All this is rock right in here. I'm gonna have to get the jackhammer out once I get the rest of these spoils out of the pond. Looks like this is that little deep pocket that I got that good broke down soil out of a while back. If you caught that video, you can see the well right there. There's water still coming out from that leaky weir down that creek. Not a bunch of water, but it's definitely wet. It's pretty good looking soil right there. I think I'll scoop this up and throw it behind those little retention walls. That's more clay there. Definitely moist though. That's what's keeping this backers right there looking a little better than the rest of them. And these are here on the edge. There's a little bit of moisture when I pulled this back. Not a whole bunch though, but there's a little bit down in here. You see it kind of sticks together. Yeah, the trees just need to get more established where the roots can get to that moisture. That's a lot of water when this thing's going to be full already. I've still got a ways to go. So, let's go up here real quick. Didn't end up getting any soil behind these walls today. It's mainly just pulling all these spoils up out of that deep spot. It's a good bit of spoils came out of there. So what I'm doing right here, I'm working on a road that has a mild enough grade that I can back the trailer and truck down in here. And then I can pull the spoils up to this point, load it in the trailer and get it out of here. It takes too long to transfer it that far. I don't mind pulling it out, you know, from down there where I really can't get in there. I'd have to have a real long road to be able to get. It'd have to start over there. And I don't want to take the time to do that. I think this will work fine for right here. And then I can also pull the spoils from there over to here. I think that'll be a good spot to get it out of here. Looks like I'll make a little progress on my road up there as well. Really was wanting to just pile it up, but it takes too long to just drag it back. I think it's going to still be faster to load it in the trailer and get it out of here. Well, I guess that's all I have for today. I'll see you on the next one.